Hello guys! Welcome back to my channel. This is Says. And in this video, bibigyan ko kayo ng update kung ano na yung status ng National Visa Center at kung ano na yun ang ginagawa nila para sa mga petitions na natanggap nila and all the documents that are already in their office. So if you're interested in this topic, please continue to watch this video, guys. So, I just read sa isang news that the NVC has already responded regarding the consular processing and at the embassies and the consular posts worldwide. So, itong si NVC, he has question and answer portion with the AILA or the Association of Immigration Lawyers. So, they had this question and answer, and the NVC has already answered a lot of important information that we may be needing in your processing of your immigration. So there are questions on how will the NVC will handle the cases that are already documentarily qualified. Okay, so in the Q&A, NVC answered that question. Okay, and also they also answered in what order will the applicants be scheduled for the immigrant interview. So this is what happened with their question and answer. So Ayla asked about the volume of immigrant visa cases currently being processed at NVC, and it says NVC says that during the fiscal year 2020, NVC reviewed and processed 77,000 cases per month. So there are a lot of cases that NVC is being processed. Another questions that they have here is that how is NVC handling cases that are documentarily qualified but unable to move forward due to US embassies and consular posts that have not yet resumed normal processing? So tinanong din si NVC kung paano daw nila hinahandle yung mga documentarily qualified na applicants na. So we all know that there are a lot of documentarily qualified applicants already, but they have not received any interview letters yet. So ano ba daw ang ginagawa ni NVC? Sabi dito, NVC is continuing to schedule cases only for posts able to conduct interviews. So yun lang daw mga embassies na na pwedeng mag-conduct na ng interview, yun lang yung ini-schedule ni NVC for interviews. Okay, so for all the other posts that are unable to schedule interviews because of COVID-19, so ang ginagawa ni NVC, it is warehousing the cases for consular sections that have already been documentarily qualified. So ibig sabihin, they are warehousing it, they are keeping it in a place where it's not moving. Okay, so since the consulars or the US embassies in the countries that are not working yet, so yung mga documentarily qualified applicants, yung mga papel nila nasa NVC pa rin. So they are just warehousing it or keeping it safe whenever until whenever they already have interviews available for a certain consular office or US embassy. Okay, so how are they going to schedule immigrant visa appointments? So as per the NVC, they are going to schedule it in chronological order based on those that are already documentarily complete. Okay, within each visa class based on post capacity. Okay, so for example, when the US embassy here in Manila already opened up their routine visa services, then the sequence on when you are going to receive your interview letter is the date that you already you have been already documentarily qualified. Okay, so even though your priority date is already current earlier than the other people, but when those people are already documentarily qualified, then they will be scheduled earlier than you. Okay, so for example, those that have been documentarily qualified since 2020. So they are going to have their interviews appointment first than those that has been documentarily qualified this year, 2021, even though their priority date is maybe earlier than those that have already finished all their documents way back 2020. So, yung process of scheduling ng NVC, as what they told Ayla, is the chronological order on when the applicant has been documentarily complete. So we may know, we already have the idea that when we have been documentarily qualified this 2021, all those that have been documentarily complete way back 2020 will be the first to be scheduled interview when the US Embassy here in Manila already opened. Okay, so here is the other question. So how many cases are actually documentarily qualified and are sitting at NVC under the different family and employment preference category? So sa family sponsored, there are 312,000, employment based 11,500, and EB5 3,930. So as you've noticed, family sponsored are really waiting. So there are a lot of family-based petitions that are already waiting at NVC, and they are already documentarily complete. Okay, so all of the documents that are in the National Visa Center are those that are from the family-based petition. So here's another question. So once the embassies and consulates reopen fully, will the NVC be sending the cases that are documentarily qualified directly to the post based on whether the post is ready to receive cases for interview scheduling? So sabi dito, as post-specific conditions permit, the NVC will be scheduling immigrant visa interviews depending on post capacity. So the NVC will be basing it on the capacity of a certain US Embassy or a certain consular office overseas. Okay, so as long, for example, the US Embassy here in the Philippines ask NVC for 100 interviews per day, then the NVC will be sending them 100 documentarily qualified applicants for the US Embassy to schedule it for that particular day. So the interviews available will be depending on the capacity of a certain consular office or a certain US Embassy. Okay, so the NVC is just going to fill the available appointment capacity in first out manner, again based on the date that the case was deemed documentarily complete. So we are wrong with our assessment that they are going to be following the priority dates for the interviews. So we are wrong with that. So it's as per the NVC, they are going to schedule interviews based on the documentarily completeness of the applicants. So yeah, if you have been documentarily complete since 2020, then you will be the first to have the interviews. Okay, so there's also a question here that asks, what happens if your affidavit of supporting documents and other documents submitted to the NVC are no more than 6 months old? Do you need to submit updated documents? So the NVC says that no, you do not need to provide updated forms nor updated documentation even if their documents are no more than 6 months old. So we do not need to renew the affidavit of support. So you just let the documents be. So what we have already submitted, that's okay with NVC. Okay, here's another question. Should applicants continue to submit their DS-260 forms online even if they know that their respective consulate or embassies are closed? Okay, so this question is for those that have not submitted their DS-260 yet, or those that are not documentarily complete yet. So it says here, the NVC has said that since the NVC has not stopped processing cases, applicants should continue to send their fees, forms, and documents to NVC. Okay, so if you have already received your welcome letter, you can now go ahead and pay your fees, and then fill out your forms, your DS-260 if you're an immigrant visa, and yeah, the NVC is working. So you just need to follow all the instructions that they're going to give you, and again, you're just going to wait for on the line for you to be able to be documentarily completed, and for you to be able to have your interview in a consular office or US embassy. Okay. So those are the important things that we need to learn, that we need to know from this particular Q&A with embassy. With the NVC. And here's another important question. Should applicants continue to file expedited cases? NVC is urging you to file for an expedite if ever that your case is qualified for an expedite. Okay, so you just need to go ahead and email them at nvcexpedite@state.gov. Okay, so if ever that you think that your case will be approved for an expedite, go ahead and do so, because they are going to prioritize you for an interview. Okay, so again, NVC is following the health protocols, and they are just waiting for the US embassies or the consular offices to open for them to send out all our documentarily complete application, and so that the US embassies and the consular office can schedule us for an interview. Okay, so I hope that information will help you guys. I'm so sorry for the video. This is just an emergency video because of the information that I just received, and that's it. So I hope that you have get the information that you need, and I hope that you also subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet, and please like and share this video for those that are needing this kind of information. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Good luck on your waiting for your interview. God bless you. Bye bye.